I love being outside in nature. I wish I could just be out here all the time, but unfortunately I can't. So what if I could bring the outdoors in and recreate a mini living nature scene? Well, I'm going on a mission to find the answer. The rules are simple. I have to use a functional piece of furniture from the thrift store, and the mini forest has to have a flowing river and living plants. Let's get to it. First stop is the thrift store. So begins the search to find the perfect furniture item to use. I've always just been an outdoorsy guy. Growing up, my mom took my brothers and I on tons of camping and canoe trips. For us, that was just our type of vacations and we loved it. So I'm excited for this project because it's gonna enable me to experience that happiness I get from nature, but I can have it when I'm stuck inside working all day. Oh, that could maybe work. Dang, this would be awesome. Like imagine the whole forest in there, and then you have efficient storage and drawers. But $225 is a bit too pricey for me. Oh, it'd be really cool to do it on a table. Tables galore. Look at all these. Yeah, like a little nice small one. Oh, small one like this. Oh. That could be pretty sweet. Well, I think I found the one. Check it out. It's got a full glass piece on top already, which could work really well. Like if I build a box, stick it underneath. Woo. Okay, this is the chosen one. You wanna get it? At the checkout, there was this nice old lady that was very sweet and commented on my table saying, "That's a nice table." And so it's already getting compliments and there's not even a forest inside of it yet. Is that sketchy or what? It's just gonna slide around. Once I got the table back to the studio safely, it was time to get to work. Okay, I gotta figure out, I'm just realizing I have no clue how I'm actually gonna do this. In my mind, I can kind of picture it. I want the river flowing across, but then I need to figure out somehow to hold the water. I've decided that I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. The first step of my figure it out as I go project is to get some measurements. Then I cut down some pieces of melamine board, which is a great waterproof material. I kept at it until I had all 5 sides of the box cut up and ready to go. Now, I'm always trying to make it fun for you to watch me building stuff, so I thought it would be a good idea to do some janky stop motion, which took up so much extra time to film. So hopefully you enjoyed those few seconds of quality entertainment because that was not the most efficient way to do this. I just realized that I didn't test fit it before I just built the whole thing and put it together, so... Uh-oh, what the... Oh no, we're good, we're good. Oh yeah, okay, it fits, thankfully. And check it out. So that's how it's looking. Are you starting to get the vision? Woo! I am. I'm getting excited. Now, it's time to finish waterproofing it. So I got out the silicone and sealed all the edges and gaps. It doesn't have to be pretty because all this will get covered. Oh no. But it just has to work. So hopefully it's waterproof. We're gonna find out tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Any leaks? Ooh, I think we're good. Nice. Okay, that makes me very happy. So far, so good. Let me give you a little idea of what I'm thinking. I got this little pump here. It's like used for aquariums and stuff. And I'm gonna mount it in one corner. Let's say in here, something like that. And then it's gonna pump water to the other side and create that perfect little river. I'm gonna take it for a little test drive first and see. Oh, what the heck? Okay. What? I don't want a geyser. I just want a nice flowing river. There must be a little adjustment or something. Here we go. Let's crank that way down. Man, my chair's all wet now. Whatever. Test number 2. I'm kind of scared of it now. What the heck? Why does it do that? Okay. That's better. Just like a nice, gentle water flow. So here's what I'm thinking. If I do a hose all the way across, then that's gonna be the nice flowing river. And then I'll add rocks and moss and plants and all the fun stuff that you typically find in a forest. But before we get there, I gotta do a few more things to finish up the box. I added this piece of decorative molding to give it a bit more fancier of a vibe to match the table. And then I don't love how the white stands out, so I spray painted the whole exterior a nice matte black. While it was drying, I headed to the river because I want the scene to be as accurate as possible to the local places that I love. So the materials that I can get from here, you just wouldn't be able to get them from any craft store. It was like a fun scavenger hunt as I searched for all sorts of stuff that I could use. It also made me appreciate the smaller details that make up such a big, beautiful place. Pretty soon my bag was so full and heavy that I could hardly carry it. So back at the studio, I mounted the box to the underside of the table. Whew, there's like 100 screws in here. Well, okay, not actually. Probably like 20, but it's a lot. So it's either gonna be overkill or it's gonna fall down and smash. But once it's full of stuff, we'll find out. Today was a good day. Got to be outside, spend time at the river. I got a coffee afterwards, so anytime you have 2 of those things in the same day, that's a good day. Plus, I made a ton of progress. The base is officially done, and the true challenge begins tomorrow because I gotta figure out how to build an actual flowing river. And at this point, I still don't have a clue how I'm actually gonna make. Good morning. It's time for the ultimate transformation. This table is gonna make all the other tables so jealous. The process of building my majestic tiny river starts with setting up the pump with some screen mesh around it to filter out any floaty bits. Then I trim down the tube, which I would come to later regret. And after placing in some bigger rocks, I used this expanding spray foam to hold them in place and add a bit more height to the overall scene. I had to switch out the hose for a longer piece because I accidentally definitely cut it too short. So now it's longer and this stuff is so fun. This here is the face of a man thoroughly enjoying the sight of foam instantly expanding. I mean, can you blame him though? Just look at it go. Using some more rocks, I formed the rough shape of the river, then added gravel as a drainage layer for the sides where I would be adding plants. Now this part might be just as fun as the foam. I saw this hack online where you mix silicone glue with soil and it creates this material that you can mold and shape, kind of like Play-Doh, but then it hardens and becomes waterproof. Slowly but surely, it's coming along, and I'm still just kind of making it up as I go. The plan is that there's like a gradual downhill to the river so that gravity pulls it and then it's just an infinite water flow. But I'm not really sure 100% if it'll work or not. Although I had some doubts, I had to make it look more like a proper river first before I could actually test it. So, like the delicious toppings of a cake, I sprinkled on some sand and tiny rocks. Then after cleaning up the absolute messy disaster that I had made, it was time to move on to the third and final phase. I've been really looking forward to this part. Look how pretty the moss looks. Whew, it's gonna add so much to it. Okay, I'm just gonna plug in and then get to it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not that one, wrong one. There we go. Much better. All right, here we go. Similar to making a terrarium, over top of the drainage rocks, I added some screen mesh to keep the soil layer separated. And for that, I used a mixture of just regular good old soil with charcoal and worm castings added in. With the first bits of moss added in, my mini forest officially had life. It was so fun and rewarding seeing this just patch of dirt start to get some greenery to it. I was making great progress. Allie brought me a coffee, which was awesome, and then I instantly dropped a piece of moss into it. But that didn't matter. I was just cruising right along. I began this project without any well thought out plan, and honestly, it's been a bit overwhelming at times, but also really enjoyable. I think when you don't have any of these set, strict guidelines to follow, you can just let your creativity run wild. And it's been really fun to challenge myself in this way, to not overthink so much, and to instead just make the dang thing. Whew, the studio got so messy again, but on a good note, I think I'm almost done. I've got to do a few finishing touches and then that's it. Oh, and I also have to really cross my fingers that this river actually works, because I haven't tested it yet. Time to fill it up with some water. Whew, my heart is beating so fast. I'm so nervous. Okay, it's fine. If it doesn't work, I'll fix it. 3 full days of work all comes down to this very moment. Without a flowing river, this project will be a total failure. but it was a success. Oh, and of course I added some lights. Come on, you know I had to. It's pretty amazing that what started out as just a forgotten thrift store table is now like this epic mini porthole into a beautiful nature scene. There's definitely a few things I would improve on for next time, but overall, I'm really proud of how this turned out. And with the glass top back in place, I can now be working away inside while still experiencing the joy that I get from being outside. Actually, to be honest, I probably won't get any work done now. It's just way too distracting and cool.